We're only 24 hours away from Elimination Chamber. The crowd want it, but the big question is, can Sami Zayn do it tomorrow night? Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling for your SmackDown review. The SmackDown go-home show for Elimination Chamber. This SmackDown was in Canada. Elimination Chamber will also be in Canada. Can Sami Zayn dethrone Roman Reigns? Can Sami Zayn dethrone the Bloodline? Can Sami Zayn defeat Roman Reigns in front of Roman Reigns' family, in front of his entire Canadian family? That's the big question. That's what we're going to find out. But before we find out, let's talk about SmackDown. The SmackDown before the big pay-per-view. The penultimate pay-per-view, I believe, before WrestleMania. Now, sometimes they throw in a quick, like a fast lane or some shit, like, or a roadblock, but as far as I'm aware, this will be the last pay-per-view before we get to WrestleMania. So it's a big pay-per-view. It should confirm what will also be the main event for WrestleMania 2, because Roman Reigns currently is the Undisputed Champion, Universal Undisputed. Cody Rhodes is waiting. Will it be Rhodes versus Reigns, or will it be a surprise package of Rhodes versus Sami Zayn? That is the big question. By the way, guys, I haven't been making any vids on this channel for the past week. I've been feeling sick, so I am back. Still not feeling great, by the way, so yeah, if this review isn't great, then I don't know what to tell you, but speaking of great, Sami Zayn did get a pretty big homecoming tonight. He was very popular with the fans here in Montreal, Quebec. He also spoke like some French. Didn't really understand it, but yeah, is what it is. So we kicked off the show with Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler versus Natalya and Shotzi Blackheart. You know, a bit of a weird match for me. Obviously, this was set up last week. Shotzi came to the aid of Natalya when Natalya was getting double teamed by Rousey and Shayna Baszler. But again, this match, a little bit predictable. I just think we know that Ronda Rousey isn't going to lose. Natalya's in the chamber, so she wasn't going to take the pin. So I think Ronda Rousey tapping out Shotzi was probably the most predictable thing that could have happened in this match, and that's exactly what happened. We got some "you can't wrestle" chants from people in the crowd, but it's what it is. I mean, I don't understand what Ronda Rousey's doing at the moment. I think her run's been fucking terrible. Her first run was pretty good. Her second run has been abysmal. But it looks like she's going in a new direction. Maybe a tag team direction with Shotzi. Tag team direction with Shayna, sorry. Will they be getting shots at the tag titles anytime soon? Who knows? But yeah, they win this one. Natalya and Shotzi are trying to do a double team maneuver. Shayna took Natalya to the outside. Ronda then countered Shotzi into an armbar and made her tap out. So there you go. Simple as that. Tap out in the middle of the ring. Ronda and Shayna are your winners. We then got a video package showing Sami Zayn's history with the Bloodline. We got 2 of these throughout the night, and they were pretty good. You know, basically just showing the whole story, how Sami Zayn first started you know, interacting with the Bloodline, how he got involved, then how he became a member, and then obviously the ultimate betrayal at the Royal Rumble. But I mean, the video packages were pretty good, but again, it's nothing that we haven't already seen, so can't get too excited about it. We then got Hit Row come out. They did a rap. This rap was fucking horrendous. Bray Wyatt comes out with Uncle Howdy, and they basically just destroy. Well, I wouldn't say destroy. I mean, they kind of just threw they threw Top Dollar at the ring. Cole made another joke about him going over the top rope. B-Fab just left. So it looks like she's the only smart one here, because she was smart enough just to leave without getting her ass kicked. But obviously we know that male-female violence can't happen in WWE, so it's just so dumb, you know. She voluntarily leaves the ring, yet the other 2 guys just stand there waiting for Howdy and Bray Wyatt to get into the ring. It makes no sense. Anyway, Bray Wyatt says that Now that he's in control of himself again, he's in control of his family. He wants to tell us that tomorrow night at Elimination Chamber, he says Bobby Lashley or Brock Lesnar, whichever walks out of your match alive, whichever is the winner, just know you should run. Why? Why is he picked? Why is he picking a fight with the winner of the Lashley-Brock match? I just don't really get this. I think this whole Bray Wyatt thing is... I think it's terrible, the whole Uncle Howdy. It's done nothing for me. Uncle Howdy and Bray Wyatt are now standing side by side. I don't know if they're trying to, like, do some Kane Undertaker shit, but this ain't it, man. I'm telling you, this ain't it. I don't like it. But Uncle Howdy and Bray Wyatt looks like they're coexisting for now, so I guess we'll see. Madcap Moss is backstage with Emma. Emma says he can win tonight because nobody has a physique like him. Doesn't really matter, does it? He can have a good physique, it doesn't mean shit. Austin had a beer belly and that guy never fucking lost, so your good physique ain't going to do much for you, is it? Emma says that Madcap's going to prove people wrong tonight because Madcap is a superstar, which I disagree with, but I mean, whatever. We then get the Viking Raiders versus Sheamus and Drew McIntyre. So, I mean, basically for the better part of a year, the Viking Raiders were destroying everybody on SmackDown. They hadn't lost a single match, and now in the last month they've lost twice to Sheamus and Drew, who are literally just two guys thrown together. And I'm not saying the Viking Raiders can't ever lose. I'm not saying they should never lose, but it's like, what was the point? Like, what was the point of building them up for a year where they were undefeated just to have them lose back to back against Sheamus and Drew McIntyre in pretty much just a throwaway match that means nothing? I don't get it. And I know it's probably because we're put in a difficult situation, because obviously the Usos have held the tag titles hostage, so the Viking Raiders have been on this impressive winning streak, but they haven't been able to challenge for any tag titles because obviously the tag belts are out of commission because of the Bloodline, so it's probably the Bloodline's fault, but it does feel strange in my opinion that they had the Viking Raiders basically just demolish the entire SmackDown roster over the last year just to have them lose to both Sheamus and Drew. Why? I don't really know, but that's what happened. So Drew and Sheamus win. Are Drew and Sheamus going to challenge for the titles again? Who knows? I don't think so. Personally, I don't see it, but Drew and Sheamus win this match, so not very exciting. I can't say I was too excited about this match. I don't really like the Viking Raiders, if I'm being honest. Would I like to see Drew and Sheamus as champs? I don't know. I mean, wrestling fucking sucks, man. I don't know what I want for wrestling, to be honest. But yeah, Drew and Sheamus win. It is what it is. Asuka versus Liv Morgan is up next. Liv Morgan, I tell you what, Liv Morgan must have some of the phoniest kicks in wrestling, man. She's doing all these strikes. She's kicking Asuka. Her legs are moving at like 2 miles per hour, and we're supposed to believe that these kicks are hurting. It's like, I don't get it. I mean, why is women's wrestling is definitely held at a lower standard to men? I mean, a lot of people will say, oh, Liv Morgan's great, and like, I could understand it if people were just attracted to Liv Morgan, if people just thought, oh, I like Liv Morgan because she's hot, you know, that's fair enough, I get that, but people actually seem to think that Liv Morgan's this like really good wrestler, she's like really improved, and it's like, what the fuck are they watching, man? I mean, these women, they look like they're wrestling underwater. They're so fucking slow. They're so botchy when nothing, just, the strikes don't look like they connect properly. There's no pace with the strikes. Realistically, I mean, Liv Morgan's hitting like a bunch of strikes. Like, if she's getting a lot of offense on Asuka, not one strike looked like it hurt. So, I don't know. Anyway, Asuka basically no sells at all and makes her tap out anyway. So, that's Asuka made Liv Morgan tap now twice in a week. So, is Asuka looking too strong going in here to Elimination Chamber? Who knows? But Asuka probably definitely looking like the favourite. After the match, you got all the women are brawling. It's weird because you had Nikki Cross sitting on Wade Barrett's knee during commentary, and Wade Barrett's like, oh, I'm going to be in trouble when I get home. So again, it's more like a woman can sit on a man's knee and it's okay. It's okay to put Wade Barrett in a difficult situation, like sexually, where his wife might be watching on, and his wife sees Nikki Cross sitting on Barrett's knee, but Wade Barrett can't do anything because he's a man. But could you imagine? Like, could you imagine if Jerry the King Lawler came back and he's like, "Oh, come on, baby, sit on my knee," you know? Like, what the fuck? He'd be like, "Oh, this is misogynist. He's an old pig. You look at that. He wants the diva to sit on his knee, but Nikki Cross can sit on someone's knee, and it's okay because, you know, she's a woman." It just doesn't make any sense, man. But they all get in a brawl. It ends with Liv Morgan hitting her finisher on Raquel Rodriguez, who, by the way, has... I wouldn't be surprised if... Have you noticed that all the muscular women in WWE, if you know, all the ones that are really, really muscular and look like men, they have like zero boobs. Bianca Belair, Raquel Rodriguez, like, I mean, they have absolutely nothing in the chest department, man. It's very fucking strange, man. Honestly. But anyway... Let's move on for this because it wasn't that exciting. Asuka wins. What do we get after this? We get Imperium are backstage. Gunther says he's dominated. He says nothing's going to change. He says the mat is sacred. So suppose it is. Aye, why not? It's not sacred. It's just boring as fuck. Let's be honest. I cannot stand Gunther. I don't know why a lot of people love Gunther. I do not like Gunther. Gunther bores me. Imperium bore me. WWE bores me, let's be honest. Anyway, we get Madcap Moss versus Gunther. Gunther wins with the powerbomb. Nobody is surprised here, so that is what it is. Gunther wins. I mean, what can you say about it? Gunther wins. But I mean, who cares? Gunther versus Madcap fucking Moss. Of course Gunther was going to win. I mean, of course Gunther was going to win. It's just boring, you know. It's predictable crap. Anyway, what is it in WWE now with the long title reigns? I just don't get it. People are like, "Oh, well, the long title reigns are better. They add prestige to the title." I get it. Look, long title reigns can add prestige, but honestly, when every title reign's long, then it just kind of takes away from the fact that the title reign is long. I mean, if one title reign's long, then you go, yeah, well, that champion's really, really strong. But if you look at WWE, all the title reigns are fucking long. I mean, all of them are like approaching nearly a year. Bianca Belair, Gunther. I mean, all these people have held the belts for ages. I mean, look at the most successful period in wrestling history, the Attitude Era. Belts get changed all the time, you know, belts get changed every fucking week. I mean, I've not got a problem with long title reigns, but I mean, not every title should be a long title reign, man. Come on, we need to see some title changes. Yeah, what's the point of having all these title matches when you know that they ain't going to change hands? It's just boring at the end of the day. Anyway, Sami Zayn comes out, gets a massive ovation from the crowd. Crowd are going mental. He's got like his old song, but it's like a remix. And he says that he comes out and he says that normally WrestleMania is the most important night of the year, but he says tomorrow night will be once in a lifetime for him. He says that he is going to defeat Roman Reigns. He's going to stop Roman Reigns in front of his entire family in Canada tomorrow night. The crowd's going mental. He drops the mic, and that is it. That is it. So not a massive promo from Sami Zayn. It was really short and sweet. The crowd were buzzing. I feel like that's what WWE do now. I feel like on the penultimate shows, I feel like they almost, like back in the day, the go-home shows would have been used to like further add to the pay-per-view, but I feel like now in WWE it's almost like a promotional thing. It's like, the match is already set, so just have Sami Zayn come out and say, I'm going to win. You know, like back in the day they would have been doing whatever they could on the final show to add more to the story, but now it's like, we've already got the story. The story is set, you know, the match is set, fuck it, just have Sami Zayn say he's going to win. So, I mean, whatever, guys. SmackDown, in my opinion, wasn't great. I mean, Sami Zayn came out, I thought his promo was okay. Some of the action was alright. I'll give it a 2 out of 10, guys. There you go. It's getting a 2 out of 10 for me. I hope Sami Zayn does beat Roman Reigns. Look, I hope he does. I like Sami Zayn. I think the guy's exciting. What I don't want him to go back to the Sami Zayn before 2018, because that Sami Zayn fucking sucked, right? That guy was horrible. Ever since Sami Zayn started doing the whole conspiracy theory thing, that's when Sami Zayn started to be great. So he needs to, I know he's turned face now, but he needs to keep something similar to the character that he's had over the past couple of years. He just can't go back to being a straight babyface, or he will begin to suck again, 100%. But the fact is, Roman Reigns will not lose tomorrow night. There's no way they're going to let this historic title reign come to an end before WrestleMania. It's not going to happen. So, I like Sami. The crowd can like Sami. It doesn't matter. Roman Reigns is going to win. Guarantee, 100%. So that's it, guys. I'm giving it a 2 out of 10. Let me know what you think down below. Catch you in the next one. Till then, peace.